nigga from the block, seen it all raw tough. Streets of Baltimore where survival's always rough. Joined the Marines fighting for a life he could save. But back in the hood, he felt like a runaway slave. Started an army, not of guns but of wisdom. I'm a rock squad, truth the anthem, we ain't just a God killer. Bobby Banger on his path for the truth. Empower the people, give them wisdom as the proof. Black power rising, knowledge shines like a light. He's fighting for the future, ready to ignite. Selling drugs on the corner just to put food on plates, but deep in his heart, he knew he had greater fates. From the traps to the lab, he fights ignorance raw, teaching evolution while shaking up the law. The real black atheist is changing the game, waking up minds never the same. God killer Bobby Banger on his path for the truth. Empower the people.
Black African power. What's good? What's happening? Well organized lie. Defeats a disorganized truth every time. Woohoo-wee, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's God killing the house. I come to do what I got to do, and I'm going to do what I got to do. Standing tall, standing strong. Hey, y'all know what it is, man. Bobby Banging this bitch. What's good, family? Always up for the good conversations, man. Trying to figure out how to defeat the ignorance around us. And you just defeat the ignorance by teaching the ignorant. And that we understand. So we got this thing going down, and it's important for us to kind of comprehend conversations. And it's conversations that won't seem to go away, where my name gets dragged into it on a regular basis. That's okay. What I would like to say is this. The fact that we're using science and scientific literacy, the fact that we make statements like for us to understand human populations, we got to understand where the hell the human populations are at. That means we would have to have those that are teaching should have command of geography, have a serious basic understanding of it at least. So we're not going to talk about West Africa and not understand the geographical regions in West Africa. We're not going to talk about North Africa and be afraid to say Northwest Africa or Northeast Africa. See, when you say Northeast Africa, that's like raid. They are afraid to say that because it's like if you say Northeast Africa, all of a sudden you start to have certain groups coalesce with each other. And Lord knows neither side want that. But since I stand on the science of science, and not only just science, wanting the people to get their history through anthropology, not off the YouTube. You say, well, you on YouTube, of course, but I'm always directing you to scientifically literate people, to the experts. And then they talked crazy about us bringing experts. That's when I was like, man, I'm not tussling with the ignorant. And when I mean ignorant, I'm talking about those that claim to have superiority in said subject matters and overthrow the scientific community and overthrow the experts and ain't even got a partial degree in what the hell they talking about. But yet they have the ability, the audacity to overthrow anthropology. I ain't never seen nothing like it. And the people that you would think that wouldn't try it, they stand up there, they beat their chest, and they say things that are crazy. Find it to be very interesting. Very funny. I mean, not only funny, super funny. So who we got in here? I see you, Black Panther. Appreciate you. Jody Breeze, what's going on with you, man? Rob Rich, Sarah, man, what it do? What it do, guy? What's going on with you? A6, what it do? What it do? What it do, man? Sunny South Dallas, what's up with you, man? What's up, Davis? What's going on with you, man? Jagard Davis, what it do? Let the people come in the building, man. I know y'all not used to me going this early, but I gotta get it in, man. We doing that drive by, and geography is interesting. 1 second. Man. So we just trying to get let's see, hold on. Trying to get Juju on here. She gotta download the stream, y'all. Link. She know how to do that. I'm gonna tell you, she gotta do that. 1 second. All right. Waiting for Juju to slide on through here, man. Let me see. Um, wow. So, man, we're gonna take this thing real slow, real easy, real. It's just funny, and it was people that I thought, man, would have more sense than that, man. They don't have no goddamn sense at all, boy. Huh? So let me explain this something to y'all, man. So when we having conversations for real, and we having conversations, man, we need to be able to understand something here. Some things aren't as simple as you may think they are. Some things are very complex. And a simple thing like understanding the population of the Nile Valley is very complicated. And let me throw this in the chat GBT. Let me show y'all something. Hold on. And when I say it, they throw tomatoes at me every time. Literally throw tomatoes at me. Question is, how essential I don't know how essential, let me see. How essential is evolution and understanding. All right, we're gonna do this. How essential is understanding evolution and anthropology how essential is understanding evolution and anthropology. How essential is understanding evolution and anthropology in the understanding of Nile Valley culture. Let me see. I tell you what, the thing that's very interesting to me is, man, yo, they crack jokes when I say that. Yeah. We want to start right there. That's what we really want to do. That's what we want to do. We want to start right there. Rasta, what's up? So here we go. All right. People seem to be getting up in the building, man. I see y'all in here. All right. I appreciate everybody come through, man. Come through the door, hit the cash app, man. Show the love, man. All right. So, so let's see here. We're gonna hit this right here. So, understanding evolution and anthropology is highly essential for comprehending Nile Valley culture, particularly the ancient civilizations that flourished along the Nile River, such as ancient Egypt and Nubia. These disciplines provide critical insight into the development of human societies, cultural practices, and biological environmental factors that shape them. Anthropology's role in understanding Nile Valley culture. This branch examines the cultural aspects of human societies. Okay? In the context of the Nile Valley, cultural anthropologists study artifacts, right? Art, language, religious practices, and social structures to reconstruct the daily lives and belief systems of its people. This helps us understand how the Nile River influenced agricultural practices, trade, development, and complex society. So, like one part there, the river. So, if you don't understand the role that the river plays in the lives of the Nubians and the Egyptians, then you'll start talking about some Mediterranean Ocean. And you'll put that before the river because you don't understand how the river actually empties into the goddamn Mediterranean Sea. You don't even understand that. And you only understand that in earlier times. Ain't no humans even messing with the daggone ocean, let alone try to navigate a damn river. But anthropology will tell you when the river actually was formed. You know what I'm saying? You look, real quick. This is how far we go around here. We go real far in understanding what we're supposed to be doing, man. Where most people is sitting around playing with y'all, acting like something they never could be. Hold on. Hold on. One sec. I want to come to this source right here. Geoscientific research. Let me show y'all something real quick. All right. This is how we do it right here. Look. Okay. Let me share my screen. So y'all, partner crime. Juju, what's going on? Juju.
Having the most difficult time trying to get on this thing. Lord. Oh my God.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly.
You say having the most difficult time. So we at the chat GPT for a moment, right? We talk. The question is this, right? How essential is understanding anthropology and evolution to understand Nile Valley culture, right? And it says it's highly essential in comprehending Nile Valley culture. Highly
Muy
essential.
importante.
So I want to put this on the screen first. All right, then we'll go back. Let me share screen this first. All right. Okay, so all right, this is all this geoscientific research of Northeast Africa, right? And you and if you go here, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go to this section right here, the Pan-African belt of Northeast and East Africa, Madagascar, Southern India, Let me see. East. Hold on. All right, there we go. All right, can you see the juju? Is that big enough?
Uh, yeah,
And
I can
East
see it.
Antarctica. So
Yeah, I
this is
got you.
just a basic map here, right? This is showing you the formation of it. That's how far we go. Go all the way back to the formation of it, right? When the supercontinent, there was a supercontinent, okay? Precambrian. Most people don't know what Precambrian is. Look up the
Mm.
Cambrian age.
Yep.
People try to use that against you in evolutionary arguments. The Cambrian explosion, where fossils and stuff kind of explode, and they be like, "Well, how did they get there?" All right. So you have this supercontinent, okay, and basically you start to learn about tectonic plates and all this thing. Just a basic study so you can know your geography here. All right, and this book will actually help you do that. And y'all see the map right there, how it actually comes together like that, right?
Right.
And in this section is talking about Northeast Africa, Egypt, and Sudan, talking about how the Arabian plate and just how these things come together. It's just very important. And then by the time you get to the other aspects of the book, hold on, other aspects of the book, right? We'll talk about the river, how the rivers form and all that. And then you would actually get to the people. All this is important and understand the conversation before you even throw the damn people in there. Makes sense, right, Juju? If you're
Yes.
gonna if you're gonna come in front of people, yo.
Yeah,
If you're just a
boy.
person just trying to get it, I'm listening, then listen for as best you can. But if you're gonna stand in front of people, have a basic understanding of where to go to get the research,
I agree. Definitely.
right? Know
Yeah.
how essential, how important is the Mediterranean, right? Mediterranean to the Egyptians. How important is the Nile River? Important.
Right.
What's essential, and what's the dates? What's the chronology? All right.
Right.
Well, what was essential first? We can, you can actually these days you can actually go to Chat GPT and ask those questions. You can actually ask that question.
You
Let
can.
me see.
I like it.
You,
You doing Precambrian studies. You going
boy,
there.
boy.
That's real though, because then it helps you understand so much. I think we talked about that. Um, I forgot what the term was, but we were talking about what. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into that. Let me gather my thoughts and I'll express it. That's pretty interesting.
Oh, you
Then
said
we,
what?
so let me gather my thoughts. Jesus. But we talked about these things, understanding, especially when you're dealing with like anthropology or the landscape at that time, and even a long time ago, the Precambrian period. I don't know the date on it. That's one of my weak points, but I know that was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was a long time ago, okay? And yeah, how those things affect us now, even when the planet was in its different forms of supercontinents, how they know this by the different species and faunas, the fossils. They find them on one continent and then they'll find them on another. So, at one point in time, those things had to like be together or near each other, you know and plate tectonics. That's deep. You're doing a lot. Geology.
Like if you're not understanding, come on, man. Like you got to be able to understand. Um, just geography in this conversation. You know what I'm saying? And so
Right.
if you're looking at um the geoscience, right? And
Mm-hmm.
geology, right? And then you
Mm-hmm.
understand that these are you got Afro Asia, right? We're gonna get to that for a second. We're gonna get to Afro Asia, right? And what that actually means in the conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
I mean, technically, all that's Asia, even the Europe part. Technically.
Yeah, it was funny, right? Yeah,
Caucasians, Europeans. I mean, I mean, hmm.
I mean, let me see which was. Hold on. Man, I can't believe. Let me get this together. And how you been doing though, Juju?
Ask me another question. Not
Dad, I'll ask you another
today.
question.
Not today. What?
Mm, mm,
Just smiling. I'm just gonna smile through it.
Cause you been seeing worse days. Wrong what said that
Boy.
boy.
What is that song? Better days. Wait a minute. Our information research is not Chat GPT, bro. What are we
What they
talking about?
say? Yeah. What they say?
That's not right. We use Chat GPT as a tool. It is not the source, but you can put it in and say, if this source is more validated than that source, and give me the
Ah,
evidence
that's
to say
somebody don't know
so.
what they doing. Yeah, that's somebody that don't did say
They'll tell you
Wikipedia
that.
ain't right.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, they'll scream at you all day.
Yeah,
Well,
don't even worry about that. Don't.
Raheem.
Yeah, his name tell you he out of pocket. His name out
No,
of
no, that
pocket.
wasn't him. That wasn't him saying that.
Oh,
That's
oh, who
Raheem
said?
Hannibal though. He cool. I wonder why you ain't been on. Where you been? You left Facebook. I can't even say hi no more. Um, no, but I'm just saying, like, no, ChatGPT is not the source. We don't want to confuse the people. That's all. But we use it as a tool to validate certain things. Not that it validates, but it can gather different points of references and sources to say what is and what not. It can do that. Yes, it can
What?
see.
What they say? Don't you? Wait, look, you sit there
No,
and then not
no, it
find
was a
something.
comment. No, it's fine. A comment made that our informational research is
Oh, oh,
ChatGPT.
oh, oh, oh,
That's all.
oh, oh. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. All right. So the question is: Nile River or Mediterranean Sea, which was first essential to ancient Egyptians? Y'all go find the sources on that. All right. So we
I'll
want
take
to
the
know.
now
Okay.
for 5,000, please.
All right. Let me share my screen here, Juju. We're gonna start that off with a little geography. We asked the question, right? And so ChatGPT is a great place to ask a question, or you can put that in your Google search, ask a question to get the juices flowing. You know what I'm saying, Juju?
Mm-hmm.
Get your juices flowing.
Mm-hmm.
Figure out if that's how you want to do it, what you want to do. So here's the question. Can you see the screen, Juju? Do I gotta make that bigger?
Wait a minute. I can see this. Yeah, I see it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Essential. All right, go
Yeah.
ahead.
It says Nile River. Oh, she scrolled up. The Nile River was the first and most essential element to ancient Egyptians. It was the lifeblood of their civilization, providing water for drinking, irrigation,
Mm-hmm.
and supporting agriculture, which you can't do that with salt water like that. But anyway,
Nope.
through its annual floodings, which deposited fertile silt along its banks. This fertile land enabled the Egyptians to cultivate crops like wheat and barley, ensuring a stable food supply and allowing the civilization to flourish. And you can't do that off of salt water.
All right, so what?
Um,
Hold on, Juju. Watch this. So we see that water, right? Provide drinking water. That's essential to any culture.
that's
You're
essential,
not
bro.
drinking seawater,
Nope. It's gonna be
okay?
delirious
You can be.
and dead. I'm just telling you what. I just,
So we're not even thinking off the top, right? That we're saying that in the Stone Age, people needed to drink water. Right now in 2024, you need to drink water. You're
baby
not
ounces
drinking
today,
the sea. So the sea, to hell with the sea right now.
right?
All right. So irrigation later on, irrigation and agriculture. Okay, the deposits. Which deposit fertile silt, and we know what color it is, right? So now the river is
The bathing
essential.
soap.
Listen, so y'all need to know that ancient people deified the river because it did what? It supported their agriculture, their irrigation, and their drinking water. Remember, I always say food, clothing, and
Free
shelter.
and
So
shelter.
food,
Hmm.
clothing, and shelter. This is the basic understanding of early hunter-gatherer societies. Okay, this is essential to early hominids. This is essential to any animal, right, that drinks water. All animals drink water. It's essential for survivability. So that river becomes an essential
That's the key
understanding of
word.
their world.
Yeah,
Okay, how do we
essential.
know? when you go to the glyphs, right? They deify everything that is essential. They do not deify the Mediterranean Sea. It's not a god.
That
On
hurts.
the other hand, the Greeks, the Mediterranean Sea is essential to them. Okay, they deify it. Y'all heard of Poseidon, and all their stories is based around that, right? There you have it. So that's their base. So the Mediterranean is not the base of this particular African civilization. It's just not. But that river is there. You've heard John Henry Clark say they're river societies. He
Mm-hmm.
says that for a reason, right? So that we can connect to it, and out of that river society, they get their religion from it. Okay, they get their survivability, their food, clothing, and shelter, the fish, all that. That's right there. So y'all can see now. So we're not gonna play this little game about the Mediterranean because that is later on. And what's the next sentence says?
It says the Nile also served as a critical transportation route. Oh, you want me to read that sentence?
Or did you get?
This,
Did you?
I thought I did. This fertile
Yeah,
land
okay, now go ahead. You right, my fault. Go ahead.
enabled. Yeah, we did. The Nile also served as a critical transportation route, facilitating trade and communication within Egypt. It influenced nearly every aspect of Egyptian life because it was essential. I added that, including their calendar, religion, and social structure,
Do
because
you
the river was
do
essential.
you think it influenced their skin? Do the skin listen? Do the skin?
No, was the skin color essential?
Do the
That's the question.
skin? The color of your skin,
Was that
right?
essential? Hell
Is
no.
it it's essential, right? For survivability, but in that time, they don't know that.
Right.
I'm gonna say this again. They don't know nothing about melanin. We just start. Matter of fact, they ain't even got all the melanin mapped out yet. I don't think. I don't think they got all the key chemicals to the melanin yet. Right now, 2024. Y'all can look that up. But your skin is important for the organism, right? Because you surrounded by radiation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. What's the next
Right
thing?
on.
Calendar,
Uh,
religion, and all that. So y'all see that social structure? That's the river, y'all. So
oh
don't
yeah.
let them make you think that what's essential to Egyptian culture is the color of their damn skin. That's some African American mumbo jumbo. Okay, it's that river. Keep going.
Techno
See, we
babble.
make this simple. Go ahead, Juju.
While the Mediterranean Sea was important for trade and interaction
Hmm.
with other cultures,
Hmm.
especially in
Hmm.
later periods,
Oh,
it was the Nile River, the essential Nile River, that was fundamental to the emergence and subsistence of ancient Egyptian civilization from its earliest beginnings.
so there we go. See how easy that was. See how simple that was. Was that hard, Juju? Was that
I
simple?
don't know. I
Do you
mean,
know
but
how? Do you know I argued with Nuts for 2 years over that? Do you know
man,
that?
I know, but I've been saying it. You can't drink salt water, bro. Like you gotta have drinking water. That's like muy importante, the number one thing. Forget the fire. You gotta be able to live before you can get the fire going. I don't get it. That's easy.
Listen, fire.
Using damn water, boy.
Fire is definitely essential in the northern latitudes. Okay, fire. Use of fire in Africa is important because you cook your food and stuff like that, right? But you're not gonna die if you don't got no fire. How do I know? Because you're not gonna die. All right, you're not gonna die not unless you're in the desert and need it because it get cold as shit in the desert. Excuse my language, right? But it's not essential. In Europe, you got to keep the fire burning. That's how you know where the Olympics come from. What is the ritual in the Olympics? What do they do, Juju, in the Olympics? What's the first thing they do in the open ceremonies? What do they do in the Olympics? You don't know. Juju.
Hear me?
Nope. Couldn't
Hello.
hear you. Went out.
Hello.
I can hear you now.
Dang, I went out for real.
Yep, for a second. Yep.
What were you asking me? What were the what
I
now?
said the fire. I said in the Olympics, okay.
Oh yeah.
In the Olympics, right?
Mm-hmm. Good
Um,
question.
in the Olympics, what's the opening ceremony, yo? I'm gonna show you how important
Oh, the rings of
fire is.
fire.
Hmm.
It was the it's the five continents and the rings of fire.
What they do with the jogger, the runner, they take the fire and do what?
They set the rings of fire off. Well,
And
the
they they
rings of the five
they
continents.
pass the torch on and they run and they pass it on, right?
Right,
And they light it.
right.
And the
What the
fire
hell is
keeps
that?
burning the whole what, Juju?
The whole time. It never. It's an endless flame or something like that. Yeah, it never goes out. Not even when the Olympics are in. It stays. It's an eternal flame.
So that idea of fire being super essential is a northern thing,
Nordic.
Nordic type of thing, yo. If you lit the
Mm.
fire out, I got to kill you.
Yeah, right. Right. Because you fell asleep
I
on
got to
watch.
beat
You
you.
about to
Son,
die.
I hate to tell you, but I got to beat you. You didn't kill the whole tribe because now we didn't froze to death because you let the fire go out. The fire, it's
Mm.
important. It's in the genetic memory. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, y'all so crazy.
What?
Count the rings for me, people. Y'all don't know enough. Y'all always gotta ask some dumb shit. If you count the rings is only five. Because when the Olympics started, that's all they knew. Golly, y'all is
What
bugging.
they what
All you
they
gotta
say?
do is look it up. You don't see that's because you
You know,
don't know
African
enough.
teachers really an undercover pseudo. You know that,
No,
right?
I'm talking about Mr. Metro.
What?
Five.
Well, yeah, I ain't talking about him. I
How
ain't
many
listening. I'm talking
Olympic
about
rings
African
is
teacher. I
there?
gotta say, bro, you're actually an
Y'all
undercover
retarded.
black algist in a pseudo.
And y'all be
Chef
talking to us like
is
we
a hold
wrong.
on. Chef is an outright blackologist. Chief X is an outright blackologist, right? But African teacher try to hide and act like he is. He's actually worried about Chat GPT. That's crazy. That's
Yeah,
like
that
being
is
worried
because you
about
worry about
Wikipedia. That
ChatGPT.
doesn't make any sense, right? Because we'll
Yeah,
we'll start with ChatGPT. We'll get great sources. We'll get great sources like this one. Look, that's a great source from ChatGPT. Northeast African genome variation shaped by the
there's
continuity
your
of indigenous
source
groups. This is a great source from ChatGPT. Y'all should become a member of PLOS. I've been telling y'all that since the pandemic.
right
Okay,
on.
so why wouldn't you get there? Why wouldn't you use it? Right? Why? Why would you not do it?
Bobby Banger, I feel like
Yes.
everybody say, oh, they try to keep all the information secret. So when they make everything open source and everything that they know, they make it digital and put it for the world to have, and
Mm-hmm.
y'all still be acting crazy. Not now y'all
Yeah,
turning
yeah.
against it. Like that's the weirdest thing. Like sit down and think about that. Like, we beg for like transparency and things to be at our fingertips, and you actually have that, and y'all are still complaining. Now it's some type of conspiracy. Come on,
But
y'all
listen,
got too much time on your
with
hands.
the Chat GPT helps simplify those because most people are definitely reading on the third grade level. They're definitely
Right,
doing that. And we've seen that on a regular basis. I got a
on a
video right
regular
now where Chief
basis.
X is comprehending on the third grade level. Right now. I could play it right now. He can't even read what the hell he thought he was reading.
And we're talking about comprehension, not
Comprehension.
pronunciation. So don't jump out that window either because I'll tag your ass every time. It's comprehension. Comprehension is the fundamental part of reading, not your pronunciation. But y'all gotta stop that. Because I'm gonna get y'all every time. So now we having a pissing contest of who can speak the best white man's or the king's English. Is that what we doing now? Yeah. Y'all be funny with it.
I ain't
Yeah.
worried. I can
It's
take,
me.
God damn it. I
It's
can
me.
take that. But I bet you they
Yeah, I
won't
don't
never
like it.
catch me
No, no,
slipping
no,
on
because
not
those are white
understanding
people.
words and shit and not
It's not
understanding sitting. You'll never catch me slipping on that though.
right.
But so,
And
so here we
and it's
go,
not
Juju.
that. It's not that though. I have to say it. It's the part that you're demonizing something that other people used to do to us when we were in the worst of the situations and
Oh
bondages.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know? So
You're right.
don't do
That's a
that.
fact.
Don't
That's a
do
great
that.
fact. Yeah, you what they call it code switching, where you got to pronounce your words right. Ain't that part of code switching?
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's
All right, here we
crazy,
go.
bro.
Here we go. Let's figure out how Central Northeast Africa is. Go ahead, Juju.
Oh yeah, it's me again. Okay, here I go. Here I
What's up?
go. So Northeast Africa or Northeastern Africa or Northern East Africa. See how that I gotta do, y'all? As it was known in the past as a geographic regional term used to refer to the countries of Africa situated in and around the Red Sea. The region is intermediate between North Africa and East Africa and
Hmm.
encompasses the Horn of Africa, which is Djibouti, Eritrea, Ethiopia, and Somalia, as well as Egypt, Libya, Sudan, South Sudan, and Sudan. The region has a very long history of habitation with fossil finds from the early hominids to modern human and is one of the most culturally and linguistically diverse regions of the world, being the home to many civilizations and located on an important trade route that connects multiple continents. Place of confluence.
Hmm. Hmm. All right,
I
so
just had
let's
it.
get right here. Hold on. Hmm. So that's Northeast Africa. Do they mention Egypt in Northeast Africa, or am I tripping?
They mentioned it.
You
They sure
sure?
did.
Sure.
Yeah, it says Egypt, Libya, South Sudan,
Hmm.
and Sudan. They
So
definitely
watch
mentioned
this, Juju. The region, look, the region is intermediate between what, Juju? North
it's
Africa
yeah, North Africa
and East
and
Africa.
East Africa
And it
and
encompasses
the
the Horn
Horn,
of Africa. Look.
Djibouti,
Mm-hmm. Eritrea,
Ethiopia,
Ethiopia, and Somalia. Look, for the slow people, as well as what?
Egypt, Libya, South Sudan, and Sudan.
Hmm. Oh, look at this. Look at all these great sources right here. Look at all these
These are the
great sources right
sources
here.
y'all be asking about it,
These are all the great
and this
sources.
on Wiki. So what's the problem? What's the holdup?
All right, go ahead, read this. Read source 5. What it say? Can you see it?
It
The
says Northeast
ecosystem survival.
Africa.
Go ahead. North, uh-huh.
It says Ecology of Survival Case Studies from Northeast African History. That's Rutledge. What is it? Pages 1 through 15. Yeah, that says January 2019, January 26, 2019. And the authors um, is Johnson, Douglas H. Anderson, David M. Is that David?
I don't know. Where you reading that? Oh, okay. All right. All right.
I'm at
Okay.
the bottom still. Yeah,
Mm.
so this looks like a research paper for sure.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. You want to read that?
Where you at with it? Let me.
No, I'm gonna
What
drop
part?
that. I'm gonna tell you what. I'll drop it in the thing. Hold on. Let me drop this in. Let me just drop this in the damn. Let me drop this in the chat for y'all to read that. That's a book.
Ecology of Survival. Right on.
Let me drop that in the chat for y'all. Don't listen to these people, yo. These people want to keep you naked. They want to keep you.
Crazy.
Mr. Metro say they never spoke to each other. They just looked at
That's
each other crazy.
wild.
They just looked at, you're right.
That's
They
the
looked at each other.
wildest
Don't talk.
statement.
We not gonna talk. Who is you? I'm a Northeast African. Oh
That's
yeah, I'm not gonna
wild.
talk to you. So we see the map right here. It's a great map.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got Egypt in there.
All
Sure
right.
do.
All right. Now I'm trying to find out. Hold on. Now, I thought I did this, but I guess I didn't. I'm sure I did. I'm sure I did. I'm actually sure I did. I don't know what this thing is doing. I'm absolutely sure. I don't know why my stuff ain't showing up on the thing, man. It's crazy. Okay. All right. Let's get this straight. Let me get this straight. We want to ask the question: um how do Northeast African populations do they coalesce with each other? What do you think, Juju?
How
What do
do
you
they
think?
coalesce with each
You think
other?
they coalesce with each other more
Heck
so than
yeah.
more
How
so
can you not?
than more so than West African population?
Uh, so see now this comes to the problem of us being indoctrinated with the map that is not representative to the actual size of Africa. So we're always going
True.
to have those fundamental problems.
Mhm,
So you're thinking proximity and access was actually somewhat like what it is in the United States, and
mhm,
it's not.
mhm.
It's like 3 times the size. So when you think of it that way, no, they weren't traveling over here, and they were probably doing more trade amongst some of the riverways, like the Nile, um, and probably most likely the riverways, especially earlier on until you get into later times and there's more technology, and more influx of outsiders and travelers, things like that. So
Mhm.
yeah, boy, nah, but you're not doing too much of West Africa. That would be like, you know, uh, trip of no return type situation.
Yeah, it would take you. And guess what though? But definitely for sure, they start to lay the foundation for other populations that will eventually, make those trips like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
each group starts to lay down the foundations.
Right.
So
Because you
so
have
for instance,
roadways,
roadways. Well, first you got these trails that animals
trails.
make, right?
Mm-hmm. All
Animals,
on the animals.
herds. They start to, walk down the grasses and stuff like that in trails, and then
Right,
you
right,
start to
right.
get human trails. You can look up a trail map in America, right? Those
Facts.
early trails. Okay, and then from trails, you know how it go over time. If anybody lived in a rural area, right, where you look at an old map, your street was a daggone trail.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
That's facts. No pavement.
Okay.
Just
Okay. Okay. All right. So that's how they go down. So over time, humans migrate and they start to come back and forth. They start to move a little bit more. And before you know it, later periods, these humans will be able to make these travels. Okay. Simple. That's how I go. You don't just pop up on Monday and say, yo, I'm going to, hey, yo, where you going? I'm going over there to Egypt, yo. So I start to understand, Juju, that most people don't even understand the um like time and distance. We only been in America how long? 275 years? How long we been in America?
something like that. For some, that's long. For some, a little longer. Depends. I be
Mm,
saying 400
it
because
ain't
we was here
400.
before America. You know, the
Mhm.
establishment, the United States government, whatever you want to call that. But yeah, let's take 250. We can just do 250 at least. And that still ain't nearly enough.
You said that's still not enough.
Not nearly enough to understand those cultures over there and how long they've been doing what they're doing. You know,
Mm, mhm,
doing the
mm,
human thing, right?
mhm. So
Yeah,
so think about that and look how much we've changed.
correct.
All
I get
right.
you.
Culture. All right. So imagine 100,000 years. Imagine 1,000 years. I don't even think people can't even comprehend 1,000 years. You barely can comprehend 100 years. In 100 years, how much change around you? You go from a rural road to a daggone freeway in
Mm-hmm.
under 100 years, in under 50 years, in under 30 years, right? Imagine 1,000 years. So people will condense 1,000 years like it was yesterday. Hey, Bill, I'm going over here. Wait a minute, yo, it took them 1,000 years to migrate. You feel me? How long did it take to get from Africa to America walking? You think they just took let me jump on the bus real quick. They didn't even know where they was going at. That's why the Bible story is so ridiculous. Hebrews didn't even know about the daggone early choreographers. They didn't even know about Egypt or how far Africa was. Look at the early maps. So they only look like it looked crazy. They didn't know. Right. So y'all making people know stuff they don't even know. You got to give humans time to figure it out. You feel me, Juju?
I do.
Give them
Take
time to figure
steps.
it out.
Can't
Yeah,
skip
give them
them
take
steps,
steps.
bro.
Give them time to figure that stuff out. Right. So a good article I would like everybody to read is prehistoric. Want everybody to read this Wikipedia article. It's important. Yeah. Prehistoric Egypt. I want y'all to read that. Read the whole damn thing. All right. Prehistory. Read that. Prehistoric North Africa. I want y'all to read that. That's an important thing for y'all to read. Boy, I tell you. Yes, it is. All right. And the sections y'all want to read the different times. Get you. They got the Mesolithic. They got the Upper Paleolithic, the Mesolithic, the Neolithic, the Maghreb, the Bronze Age, Egypt, Maghreb, Iron Age, Egypt, Maghreb, all that. Read that. Okay, see what you get out of that. Also read the population history of North Africa. That's another read. If people read half of it, Juju, and stop where they want to stop.
You can hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you now.
Oh, what were you saying? I'm sorry. Me?
I gave
Oh,
articles for everybody to read the
oh, I heard about
prehistory, the
that.
prehistory
I heard about that.
of North
Yeah.
Africa. So the question is this: does Northeast African population group together? Let's see. Go,
Do
Juju.
Northeast African populations do what now?
Does
That's hard to hear.
Northeast African populations group together with Egyptian population? Because this is why saying Northeast Africa is raid to most people. It's raid to the ones fighting the fight, right? It's raid to them.
I mean, I would say so.
And we're gonna find out. And it ain't gonna take us 10
It's,
years.
it's proximity, you know. Though
Let's
Egypt is
see.
huge, huge. You ain't got to leave Egypt to, go far. You still be in the confines of what we call Egypt today. It's
Nah, man.
crazy.
You remember we talk about the Green Sahara? We actually talking about in Egypt. They don't get that yet. They ain't figured that out yet.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I
That's what's
can't
funny to
help them.
me. That's
Yeah.
crazy. You
Just somebody said something about Nubians. It's like Nubians was Nubia. What some of that what we know was in the confines of Egypt, what we call it today. So it's like you don't have to go far.
Mm-mm.
So
No. Okay, so here we go, Juju. Let's get on this, right? And any source y'all need, we get to you. Oh man, did I kill that? Let me shut the thing right here. So that's the question now. So we talking about Northeast Africa, right? We gave you some articles to read. So here you go, Juju. Let's go.
all right, what is this?
Does Northeast
It says
Africa
does
population
Northeast
group
African population group together with Egyptian population? It says
together?
yes.
Hmm.
There is a significant genetic and historical evidence suggesting that Northeast African populations shape genetic similarities and group together.
With Egyptian
Uh,
populations.
with the Egyptian population, do it from the door. This grouping is due to a combination of geographical proximity, historical migrations, and shared cultural and linguistic ties, ladies and gentlemen.
So we hold on. Hold on. We want to make sure we ain't tricking everybody, right? Let's go back to the maps. See the maps?
Yeah,
Northeast.
proximity.
Y'all see it, right? All
Yeah.
right. Y'all see Egypt, right? Y'all see Sudan. Y'all you see the horn.
Yeah.
Horners. Y'all see all that, right? Look, these grouping together. All right. Just for the record, we remember we talked about geography, right? Hold
Yeah.
on, Juju. This is important. Look, watch this, Juju. Hold on. Hold on.
Geography, geology,
Nobody knows what this is. Look, I already know. Can you see it? Did it switch over for y'all?
the Indo-Mediterranean,
Is
which is
what?
the
What is that?
if I'm reading the top part. Hold on. Oh, you said the ancient. Okay, that's what I was going to read. In the region comprising the Mediterranean world, the Indian Ocean world, and their connecting regions in the vicinity of the Suez Canal. Wow, that's a whole nother world right there, boy. Jeez.
No,
What
around
does this say?
3000 BCE.
Yeah, 3000 BC. We like that word, don't we? We use it. 3000 BC is an important time, I think, for humanity. But 3000 BC to 1000 CE, connectivity with Afro-Eurasia.
Uh-huh. Read that real quick.
Afro-Eurasia is a landmass comprising the continents of Africa, Europe, and Asia. See?
Mm. I'm trying to tell y'all, right? So right now we still on geography, y'all. We
Mm-hmm.
showing you how the land connect. We putting this piece together for you.
Yeah.
Okay? Putting this piece together for you. Both sides deny a lot in this conversation. I'm telling you. But go ahead.
But it says
Turn.
so Afro-Eurasia is a landmass comprising continents of Africa, Europe, and Asia. The terms are compound words of the names of its constituent parts. Afro-Eurasia has also been called the Old World, in
Mm-hmm.
contrast to the New World, It
There you go.
burns
That's
the
why.
Americas.
Yeah,
So
that's why
Oh, that's good
that's why
stuff.
them Indians, the people who playing Indian is wrong.
Yeah, boy. 'Cause,
All right,
that's
so we right here.
funny.
Where we at? Connectivity of Eurasia is centered on the region which refers to the part of the Golden Road until 1300 CEE
Silk
and
Road.
the rise of the Silk Road. However, the Southeast Asia was only loosely connected to the Indo-Mediterranean
Mediterranean.
trade. All right, and this is the map of it right here. See
See, that's
all
a
this
whole nother.
trade and all that. Look, see all that trade. See all that.
So that
Where
was
you
like the
see.
macro to the micro we're talking
Mm-hmm.
about. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That may be too much
So,
too.
all right. So all this stuff is important. These are a lot of products and goods moving, people moving. All this is important to understand this damn conversation, yo. So if you ain't with it, you just don't be with it. I just wanted to kind of put that in your head, okay? And this is this. Look, the region has a very long history of habitation with fossil finds from early hominids, y'all, to
It did say
modern
that.
humans, and is one of the most culturally and linguistically diverse regions in the world.
It said that. The
Y'all know that.
most.
See,
One of
see what
the.
we doing?
It did
Being
say
the
that.
home of many civilizations and located on an important trade route that connects multiple continents. See, and so we
Hmm.
got trade routes. Trade routes connect people, connect products and goods. Huh. See, all this is understanding this daggone conversation right now. So now we move forward to here. Okay, so we say, so what was we at, Juju? It was right here, geographic and historical context. So we talking about Northeast African populations connecting to Egyptian populations because y'all want to
Yeah.
separate that. But go ahead,
See that word
geographical.
proximity? It
Mhm.
says geographical proximity. See,
Hmm.
that's an important word right there.
Yeah. Do you
Um,
see West Africa over here anywhere?
no.
Ah, go
Because
ahead.
Egypt and Northeast African countries like Sudan, Eritrea, Ethiopia, Somalia, and Djibouti are geographically adjacent. The Nile River and Red Sea have historically facilitated movement and interaction among these regions,
Hold on, hold
places of
on. Didn't we just see
confluence.
that, you? Did we just see that, Juju?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. We did.
Wait. Hold. Maybe we didn't see that. Maybe we tripping. I think maybe we tripping, Juju.
No, we
I
not
think we didn't
tripping.
just see that. Let me
No, they
see.
didn't see it, but we saw it. We definitely
Hold
saw it.
on, hold on. I'm gonna come
They
back
might
to
have missed
here.
it.
I'm gonna click this on. I want to come here. You see this, right? Make it
Hmm.
bigger. All right, listen. Y'all see Egypt. Y'all see Libya. Look, you see, look. Now, I want you to know that the Egyptians traveled down the damn Red Sea. Y'all didn't know that, did you? They did.
Maybe
They
they didn't know that
definitely
was the
did
Red
that.
Sea.
They
They
definitely
probably
did
didn't know
that.
that was the Red Sea.
I didn't know that. They called it
I don't think they
Arabian
knew.
Gulf.
Yeah.
Called it Arabian Gulf. They actually traveled down there. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And they brought exotic animals from sub-Saharan Africa. Y'all didn't know that?
That's funny. That's a funny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Crazy. Definitely
Tanzania.
brought animals. Okay, so let's get back to where we was. Just let you know. All right. Okay, so where we at? Historical migrations. That's where we at.
So it says over millennia, there have been numerous migrations and invasions in Northeast Africa. Ancient trade routes, such as trans Saharan trade, connected regions, allowing for gene flow between populations.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm coming.
Oh really? So y'all didn't know that the Nile River was a conduit
Mm-hmm.
for
We
gene
said a
flow?
place of confluence. We've done said it 1,000 times.
Ah man.
I'm sorry. I got to take a break. I'll be back.
Okay. All right. Okay. Historical migrations. We just met that. All right. And for the record, the Nile River is a conduit for gene flow. You got plenty of genetic articles on that. Genetic evidence, shared genetic markers, genetic studies using autosomal DNA, mitochondrial DNA, Y chromosome DNA have found shared genetic markers amongst Egyptians and Northeast African populations. The Y chromosome haplogroup EM78 is common in both Egyptian and Northeast African, indicating shared paternal ancestry. Somebody Kiata talks about this all the time. I don't know how y'all missed that. Okay, mitochondrial lineages. Certain mitochondrial haplotypes prevalent in Northeast Africa are also found in Egyptian population reflecting the maternal lineage connection. Admixture patterns. Both regions exhibit a mixed sub-Saharan African and Eurasian genetic components. Eurasian admixture. Historical interactions with the Middle Eastern populations have introduced Eurasian genetic elements into both Egyptian and Northeast African gene pools. Sub-Saharan influence. There's significant Sub-Saharan African gene influence and genetic influence due to the geographical proximity, the historical migration, cultural and linguistic ties, Afro-Asiatic linguistic families, cultural practices, shared and cultural traditions, historical records indicate long-standing interaction between these populations. Let me come right here. Many Northeast African populations and Egyptians speak languages from the Afro-Asiatic family, suggesting historical connections. I don't know how y'all missed all that. There's 6 branches of the Afro-Asiatic, 5 in Africa, and 1 Semitic in Eastern Asia, Western Asia. Unique genetic profiles. Okay. While there are similarities, and each population also has unique genetic characteristics due to localized historical events, environmental adaptations, and genetic drift. See why you got to understand evolution? You wouldn't even know what genetic drift is. Environmental adaptations. Ethiopian Eritrean population. These groups often show a higher degree of Eurasian admixture. See, possible due to the ancient back migrations from the Middle East. Somali population. Somalis have a genetic marker that indicating Cushitic ancestry, which is distinct yet related to other East African groups. Conclusion. In summary, Northeast African populations do group together with the Egyptian populations to a significant extent. This is reflected in the genetic studies to show shared ancestry and admixture patterns, as well as historical, cultural, and linguistic connections. However, it is important to note that there is also genetic diversity within and among these populations due to various factors influencing their unique evolutionary paths. There you go. Evolutionary paths. There you go. Here you go. Here you go. So anybody, so they scared to say it. They definitely scared to say Northeast Africa. That's why they fight you. Where is Northeast Africa at? Let's see. We need to figure out what, because they scared to say it. They're definitely scared to say Northeast Africa. For the class we're giving right now, we proudly say Northeast Africa. We don't have an issue with Northeast Africa. And I know why they got a problem with Northeast Africa. Let's pull up Sub-Saharan Africa. This is why they got a problem with it. See, watch this. Sub-Saharan Africa. Here you go. Sub-Saharan Africa. How much of Northeast Africa is in Sub-Saharan Africa? That's why. So I continually say that Sub-Saharan Africa and all that is a political borders. All right. If you read the studies, right, Europeans came in and they divvied it up and they actually split tribes up and did all that. Y'all, if y'all don't know that, then I don't even know why y'all even engaging in the daggone conversation. But they definitely came in. Colonialism came in and drew the map and they did all that. Y'all can read the Scramble for Africa. They cut through ethnic groups. They did all that nonsense right here. But what I'm telling you is that they don't want to say Northeast Africa because parts of Northeast Africa is in what they want to say Sub-Saharan Africa. And if you say that these populations coalesce together, then all of a sudden you done did something, right? That's why they don't want to do it. Okay. Now, I'm vehemently against using the racialized terms for indigenous African people. Sub-Saharan Africa is definitely another term that was used. All right. As a matter of fact, I believe I asked the question, was Sub-Saharan African term racist? Let me see. Important. Super Sahara. I wonder why I lost all. That's not. Let me see. Man, let me see that I asked that question right there. Let me see. Oh man, significant studies, admixture findings. Hold on. I wanted to also put to confirm what I was talking about. Let me give you I'm gonna drop this for y'all so y'all can read the article right here. Drop this for y'all real fast. Hey, big up to you, Joe. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate you, bro. That's love right there, yo. Yeah, you hit it. He says, sounds like Northeast Africa was an area of confluence to me. Exactly was. It was that. Man, put this into your community skeptic folder. Okay. All right. And your pseudo killer folder. The basal Europeans, the oldest, the basal. That's funny. The basal Europeans. There you go. 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 All right. So we see that. Let me see. All right. Let me get right here. The Mall Pope is in the damn building. It's in the building. All right. So we did the importance of the river. Let's see what else we got here. Mediterranean. Man, y'all gonna make sure y'all go back and listen to the download, man. The download is very, very important, man. Super Sahara. Let me see. 1 second. Man, hold on. I want to find. Nope. I want to find out is Sub-Saharan Africa. Conclusion: through various periods, Sub-Saharan Africa have been. What is this right here? Religion, influence, trade, cultural groups, cultural migration, Swahili, ancient times. Okay. So, couple questions. 1 second here. I had a couple good questions. I want to ask the question. Hold on. Nubia dominance. Hold on 1 second. Relationships between Nubia, the Nubian slaves, prisoners of war. We don't want to talk about that right now. We do want to ask the question. I want to talk about. Okay. Were there ever during any time period in Northeast Africa, Sub-Saharan Africans, right? All right. And the question is yes, throughout history, Sub-Saharan Africans have been present in Northeast Africa during various time periods. The interaction between Sub-Saharan Africa and Northeast Africa have been extensive, all right, and multifaceted, involving trade, migration, warfare, culture exchange, and shared historical developments. All right, below is an overview. I'm not going to read all of it. In ancient times. So this is where they all get into trouble. So this is where the blackologists gets into trouble on both sides. I said both groups of blackologists. You got Chef, you got Drunk X, all right, and the rest of them, they blackologists because they name everything in Africa, right, below the Sahara. They say that's Sub-Saharan Africa. That's the black people. You hear them say it. And then they say, y'all don't know what black people is now? They'll say that next. They'll say everything except Egypt is where black people live. They say North Africa, no black people are there, but below that, everything black. So I'm saying they blackologists because nobody on the continent is black until colonial periods where they came with terms like Negro. Ask about me. So here you go. See, they get in trouble with this term right here. With Nubians, because if you're saying that the Nubians are Negroes, then what are you saying then? Ancient times, Nubia and ancient Egypt, geographical proximity. Nubia, let's see where it's located, in what is now southern Egypt. So if the Nubians are sub-Saharan Africans and the Nubia is located in Egypt, then you would have some sub-Saharan Africans that would be mixed or with them or what. I don't know how y'all can actually determine, like, y'all getting like Rosner and them. You know what Rosner did? I got his books. I know most of y'all don't. Rosner, based off the skulls, was saying who was the Negroes and who was Indo-Europeans and who was mixed. That's what he said. Y'all didn't know that? Y'all can read Diop's work. Diop's talks about that too. But I want them to jump out the window, right? I want them to stand on it, on the sub-Saharan African. So if the Nubians is black and they sub-Saharan African, then you got black people located in southern Egypt. Did I make that up? Once again, right? Because they like to cut and paste everything they do, right? I don't agree to that, but they do because they blackologists. Geographical proximity, Nubia is located in what is now southern Egypt, and northern Sudan serves as a bridge, look, between sub-Saharan Africa and Northeast Africa. What the bridge is, right? Cultural, political interactions, trade. Nubians and Egyptians traded extensively, exchanging goods like gold, ivory, ebony, and incenses. Intermarriages. Oh, yeah. Intermarriages, integrated. You see, there was significant intermarriages between Nubians and sub-Saharan Africans and Egyptians, leading to integrated community. Then we can get into the 25th dynasty. Nubian pharaohs such as Pianki and Taharka ruled over Egypt, uniting the Nile Valley from Nubia to the Mediterranean. They shit went all the way from Nubia to the Mediterranean. Cultural revival. Now, how could this be? How did they do this? These rulers promoted traditional Egyptian culture and religion, demonstrating deep integration. You know, like if all the white people disappeared, African Americans could actually promote American culture, yo, at high levels. Y'all know that? If there was a swing in the pendulum of things, and all of a sudden we was in charge, y'all want to be in charge of everything. So we was in charge, we could actually run United States flawlessly. But how could that be possible? Axum, located centered in present-day Eritrea, and northern Ethiopia, northeast, but with connection to sub-Saharan African region trade networks. What I tell y'all, Red Sea commerce. Axum was a significant player in trade between the Roman Empire, India, and sub-Saharan Africa. Culture exchange influence from sub-Saharan Africa is evident in Axumite culture, religion, and language. In summary, where's the summary at in here? Reading for the archaeological evidence. You got the archaeological evidence, pottery, tools, similarity, region, and all that. Artifacts, inscriptions, genetics, it's all there. Conclusion: throughout various periods, sub-Saharan Africans have been present in Northeast Africa, contributing to its demographic composition, cultural richness, and historical developments. The movement of people was influenced by what? Trade, economics, and opportunities, migration and settlement, religion, pilgrimages, and social pursuit, conflict, and displacement. The interaction between sub-Saharan Africans and Northeast Africans have left a lasting impact on cultural, genetics, and historical landscapes in the region. Recognizing this interconnectedness is essential for understanding the complexities of African history and its shared heritage and its people. One side don't want that, the other side don't care, right? It's just a hodgepodge. That's what's going on, Mr. Thunder. I heard your conversation. It was a good one. Oh, you jumping. I can't even hear you. You jump. I can't hear you. What you doing? You got to hit your hit him with the He done went with the color. You done went off. You done jumped out the thing. Thunder is in the building.
Right, can you hear me?
And I can hear you now. Now you got the
Yeah,
color
so you see
screen up.
how it's jumping right now?
I
I
know what
think
you
it's
do.
I need a new cable because the
Yeah,
power
that's
is
the
off
cable.
on my camera.
Oh,
It's totally off.
oh
You
yeah,
see
you
what I'm
need
saying?
new
And it's
cable.
still doing this. So it's
Oh
not the
man,
camera. So it's
the
gotta
cable.
be something. It's gotta be
Mm.
something. But anyway, I'm gonna try it again and see what we can. Yeah, it ain't working.
I seen you in the midst of a wild conversation there, bro.
Yeah, this ain't working.
I can see you. It's working now.
Yeah, but it's flickering, man.
Oh,
I don't know. Maybe I need to reset my computer or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'll just turn it off and then we talk.
mhm.
Anyway, yeah.
So
What's good?
interesting conversation there. I was amazed at how the Green Sahara produced people that's on the outskirts because of the animals.
You see, Haskell really got him for that one. Yeah, that was a bad move. That was. I wish is Haskell on here. That was a bad move. I think out of all of them, yeah.
Did we got that clip? Did we
Oh,
got
I
that
need a
clip?
video card. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, because this is a very old Mac Mini. And,
Okay.
it's at least 4 or 5 years old. Yeah, that's probably what it is. But anyway,
Man, y'all had no idea that
that was a tough one.
That's a tough one, yo.
Yeah, he can't get out of that one.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
He need to do another apology joint for that one. He got to apologize for that one. That was bad.
Well, they got. Hold on.
Oh, you finna play it? Yeah, play it right quick. Nice. You can play it, man. They're not gonna put it on the screen, man. What's not gonna say that? Chef ain't gonna say that.
I know you.
Blah blah blah. You know, looks wise, you know what we're talking about. Completely distinct and separate from the peoples who live below the Sahara, west of the Horn, or not of the Horn, Western Central Tropical Africa. You know what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Where were the sub-Saharan people who quote unquote look like, and I'm going to extend this for all of North Africa, not just Egypt. When the Green Sahara existed and people were living there, where were the sub-Saharan people? Because they had to have existed back then. Chef, I want you to jump in on this too once Chief X answers. Where were those people? At any point were those sub-Saharan, the ones we call sub-Saharans right now, were those people ever living in North Africa at the time of the Green Sahara?
Bro, a lot of the stuff about the Green Sahara and who was living, and if you're asking, are you asking what color were they?
No, I'm saying.
On the freezer right there, he's drunk right now. I'm just letting you know. He sauced it. So 98% of this man's conversation is under influence of alcohol. Okay? He's incoherent on a regular basis. So I'm trying to figure out how Chef and them let him do that. Now they always want to critique me about every goddamn thing I say, but it's okay for a drunk to be on air spewing foolishness and don't get corrected. What the hell is going on here?
Okay, now, without those opinions are those.
Hey, no, you don't got nothing to do with that.
Yeah,
right. But right. You don't know. I tell you what. Listen. Watch this. Listen to him talk. Watch this. See, it took me to bring that out, yo. I'm the one that brought, I'm gonna say it. I brought that. I'm like, yo, this man is drinking. Remember, I used to drink. So I absolutely know when a person is drinking. See, he do a good job at drinking. You won't even know it, but I know it. Listen up closely. Watch him. And then watch the shit he say. It's definitely incoherent. Here we go.
And I'm saying when the Green Sahara existed, right? We're gonna go with Morocco, Tunisia, Libya, Algeria, and Egypt. That's what we know as North Africa.
Right.
Hold on. We're saying that the inhabitants of those countries or that land, right? They've always been there and they've always been phenotypically distinct from the people who we now modernly refer to as West and Central Tropical Africans, right? If that is the case, when the Green Sahara existed, the West and Central Tropical Africans, none of them were.
Easy answer.
Because we know the Sahara ostensibly was this impermeable barrier when it existed.
I got you.
Go ahead.
I got you. I've said this a million times. You have a place called the Sahara Desert, which was previously the Green Sahara. Any point on any geographical area, there's a north, a south, a east, and a west. People who are in North Africa today went north. People who are in West and Central Africa today went south or went west or went east. Okay? It's not rocket science. So people who were in the Green Sahara, which is considered human beings, dispersed in 4 directions. So the direction.
Okay.
Hold on, real quick, so you can be clear.
Go ahead.
So real quick, for the people who dispersed north, are those people you see right now,
or you say
North Africa,
north,
because
right.
North Africans and Berbers have been there, according to science, 20,000 years. So
Okay.
anybody in North Africa right now are different than the people who dispersed south. Yes, they are different.
Got it. So by your own admission, at some point in time, the people, or at least some of them, right? Some of the people who we currently refer to in modern day times as West and Central Tropical Africans were residing in the Green Sahara, and they moved southward. No? Fair?
In the Green Sahara time period, like listen to it. The Green Sahara was teeming with animals. Right? If you look at the pygmy people, okay, in the Congo, people are not in the middle surrounded by gorillas. No, for real. This is real talk. I'm not just saying this. I've studied it. Listen, you're not in the middle of the Congo Desert. I mean, it's not Congo Desert. The Congo rainforest surrounded by gorillas and chimpanzees. Humans are usually on the outskirts, and they go into the middle where all the teeming animals are. You're not surrounded by the teeming animals. Okay? This is how it is. So
you still haven't answered my question, though.
People were not. Let me answer it. I already did, really. I'm telling you, people in West and Central Africa went south from the
from where? From north, right? From the Sahara.
Okay, there we go. Ridiculous, incoherent. Thunder, I don't know if you understood that. That makes no sense at all. From the outside, move into the outer animals. Listen, humans are apex predators. We talked about that today on the server. Yep. So right now, I want y'all to know, no matter where you live at, you're living amongst the animals, whether it be insects, right? Whether it be deers, whether it be spiders, whether it be bears, whether it be stray cats, raccoons, snakes, you're in the animals, ladies and gentlemen. That has not changed. Coyotes, I see coyotes where I'm at. Foxes, all that. Human beings aren't worried about any animals because we the top predators. Matter of fact, the animals just been around as long enough. Be like, get away from them humanoids. They out of order. So we ain't afraid of lions, tigers, none of that. We'll take a stick and chase the damn lion away. Think I'm lying? I ain't even talking about a weapon. Beat the stick on the ground a certain way. You got tribes in Africa that hit the ground hit the ground, and Mossy hit the ground. Lions like get confused.
That's a fact.
So we ain't studying. Matter of fact, yo, we hunt everything. We're omnivores. Matter of fact, we may not be the fastest land animals, but we can run the longest. Out of the mammals, humans can run the longest. We can run 26-mile marathons. We can run 3, 4, 5 miles. Man, you chase a bear or antelope, so they hard a bus. They can't do it. They get tired and we just kill them at that point. So we're not tripping off animals. We're not living on the outskirts of no damn animals. We get them out of the way. The reason we couldn't live on the Nile, right, during the green phase, because the river was ferocious and you wasn't in a position to make a dam and tame the goddamn thing yet and tame it yet. Because when that river overflowed during the green Sahara phase, right, it was flooding you out. You was done. Barbecue chicken, your whole thing is done. It was really flooding, sweeping you away. So that ridiculous statement about they went, no, what are you talking about? That's incoherent. It's not accurate. People that was in the Green Sahara was, I show you it all the time. These people that's in the Green Sahara is actually in quote unquote Egypt. They ain't nowhere else but Egypt. And I've been showing it a million damn times. Y'all know the daggone thing. And then I'm gonna let you get in what you was talking about in that conversation. Let me see. Do I have that? Man, I'm supposed to have that one. That's the one I'm supposed to always have, just to show y'all the picture. Man, that ain't it. I should never ever take that off the screen. That should always be the one that's there. That's for damn sure. Nope. Well, the point I wanted to prove was, let's see the Holocene. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, that's it. No, that ain't the one. That ain't the one. So you got up on that panel, right? And you was talking, right?
Mm-hmm.
And very interesting conversation there, bro.
Yeah, I think it was, man.
Mm-hmm.
Good points by all. I think it was definitely 4 or 5 on 1. And you know, I love those odds.
Yeah, that's your thing right there.
Yeah, that's my thing right there, bro. But let me do this though. So you know, it wouldn't be me if I'm just gonna agree with you all the time.
You don't need to agree. We don't gotta agree because I remember where you was at early in the game.
So right. So this
it was crazy.
Gene,
so hold on, let me show this, and then you can do your
right.
you can do your Wishman comment thing. I see that too. I got that in my book. Hold on.
Got that one? Okay.
I got that in my book. That's fine. Hold on. I like that. I want to show you this though. This is what I wanted to show you, everybody. All right, we can all see this, right?
Yeah, I remember this one from years ago when you showed.
But where's that at though?
At the Sahara.
No, where? We're at in the Sahara.
The Nile, by the Nile.
Egypt. Is that not Egypt?
Yeah.
That's a map of Egypt, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can be in the Sahara and still be in Egypt, or am I tripping? See?
Yes.
Make it a little bit big for you. So I wasn't talking about nobody nowhere but in Egypt when I was talking about this map. I thought people could look at the map and read the map. See, it say Egypt and Sudan. See that? See? This is, so they're in the Green Sahara at 8,500 to 7,000, but they're still in Egypt, ladies and gentlemen. Just for the record, for all those who just refuse to understand geography, they ain't nowhere but in Egypt and Sudan. The people ain't left nowhere. They right there. So those people that would occupy later on the Nile, the river, because we early in the show, we talked about how essential the river was before the Mediterranean. They were still in Egypt. Like, they never left Egypt. When they left the Nile, when they went to the Nile, and they went back, look, they always stayed in Egypt in the Sahara. There you go. So go ahead, though, Thunder. I see you got something up you want to put there. I just, people forget that. They want to act like I went all the way to West. I don't know what they talking about. The map I've always showed always did that. Here you go. This is important. This is a good one, too. There you go.
So I'm going to try to help Chief X out. I'm gonna play.
Help him out. The map gonna kill you though. But go ahead. You just died.
I'm gonna try to play his advocate. Right. I'm gonna try to be his advocate for right. So let me get the.
No, let's look at the map. Go back. Go back. Look at it. Look. Go move up. Move
No,
up. I stop. Look. See.
I want to. No, I want to get the symbolism first. Let me see what those.
You can go
symbols
down.
mean. That's I can't.
What right there?
Yeah, these.
Yeah, that's the Hubble groups. That's the different genetic markers.
I know, but I know. I'm trying to see which. Well, I guess it may not.
And
It
the
may
arrows
not
is pointing towards the directions they went.
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to.
All right, read underneath of it.
You know, I really identify which one, but that's fine.
No, you can listen. This is how you do it because this is my favorite one. Scroll up a little bit. Let me see. The other way.
I think it's this one, and this is no.
Yeah. Go down a little bit. Go down. Go. Move down a little bit. See that chart? See.
There we go.
Stop.
There we go.
Look at A. Look at the look. So that's the time period. Thousands of years ago. That's up to 12,000 years ago. See that? Right. And then that's the Hubble groups, right? Mm-hmm. And that lime green is actually the Sahara.
At the Sahara.
All right. So them Bantu dudes, they wasn't in the Sahara at that time period. See?
No, that's 5,000.
Right. See, they ain't it yet. See? All right. Now go ahead. Help them out.
You got the M78, and you got the V. All right. I'm trying to help them out. So
there you go. See?
What he's saying is.
What he's saying?
I guess we started. I'm guessing he's saying we was here in the Sahara and then we branched out. I'm trying to help him out. I really can't.
Arrows kill him.
I really can't.
Can't help him, yo. Can't help him. Cause listen, look at it. Look, see, if you look at the arrows, they go in different directions. Just like he said, but I never left Egypt, yo. I never was talking about nowhere else but in Egypt, though. No matter what he talking about. See, his argument should have never been against mine. He just don't know how to say it. He don't know what he don't even understand the information. He's just talking, bro. He having fun. All right. And he speaks with authority, so people feed all into it. This map don't help him at all.
Yeah, I don't think it does.
It's just showing the mixing in the Sahara. They mixed in the Sahara. And I never was talking about the Northwest population. I was talking about the Northeast population. This whole thing is called Egypt and Northeast Africa. There you go. That's the Horn, all that. That's Northeast Africa, all that.
One thing I didn't like though that he did. Oh, somebody want the link. Street Sufi. Oh, that's what you call it. That's Ngozi, right?
Yes, Ngozi. I'm gonna drop the link real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah, let Ngozi. Matter of fact, I yield to Ngozi. That's the only guy I yield to.
Yeah, he don't want to know the information real well.
That's the only guy on this joint I yield to all day and day.
He be real nice to everybody.
Right. Except who is it he don't like? He don't like somebody.
Jabari keep lying like the man with the baby.
It was one more guy that be on Garfield. On yours too, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
When they talk, it's just contention off the top.
Yeah. Well, I know I ain't got much to be in. I'm gonna let Ngozi get in here real quick. Then I gotta get up out of here. I gotta go.
He probably wanted to talk about this map here, but I don't know. Matter of fact, you should play that part again. Play that part again so we can.
First of all, nobody's running in front of. Ain't nobody got to live on the outskirts of no damn animals. First of all, nigga, get out the way, animal. So they was actually in the Sahara, bro. All right, the population I'm talking about was in Northeast Green Sahara. You feel me, bro? I ain't talking about nothing else, but right there. And I'm talking about that's the same source I've been showing since this conversation started. Simple as that, bro. I ain't never went nowhere else but that. All right. So they can act like that ain't what I've been saying. I've been saying that. Simple. This easy for me. I ain't been saying nothing else but that, bro.
What up, Thurman? Where you at, Ngozi?
You moving slow, Ngozi. Move slow. Oh, let me see. He knows on the phone. Hold on.
Like I said, you may want to play that part again, man. So Ngozi will kind of talk about it.
I ain't got time. I'm gonna go to basketball.
Yeah, I know you gotta go. Yeah.
I'm gonna get back soon as I come back in. 9:30.
The black man is God. Okay. The God of what?
So I don't know. So I guess they was talking about the post about the Negroes and all that. when I was calling them ninjas, and you made a great point. So when do niggas stop being niggas, yo? When do ninjas stop being ninjas? In my mind, guess what I'm thinking, yo. In my mind, yo, if you want to use the racialized terms of niggas, Negroes, or ninjas, right? In my mind, yo, I'm actually thinking that the whole continent is full of that. That's what I'm in my mind. But they'll say, nah. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, yo. It's just different admixtures of the niggas, yo. Let me stop, man. What's up, y'all? You gotta unmute yourself, yo.
What's happening, Bill? How y'all doing?
Look, they won't get me with the racialized term Negro, right? I said, well, hell, I thought all of Africa was full of Negroes. There's different color eyes and different shades and different mixing with outside groups, right? If you're saying the Africans are niggas, right? Let me stop, man.
Chef bought that argument in.
What?
The Negro argument.
Why was the people of the Green Sahara article brought up?
Well, Chief X said that they was running from the animals. They was scared of the animals. I ain't never known humans to be scared of no damn animals. They apex predators. And his statement was basically saying that the green, like he don't like the Green Sahara conversation. Yeah, I would probably have to play that again. I didn't like it. I was just saying that there was definitely mixing going on in the Green Sahara, bro. Like that's where it went down at. And you got northern tribes and southern tribes, right? Close to those geographical areas, they merge in the Green Sahara. Am I right or wrong with that? At least that's what that article says.
Yeah. People of the Green Sahara is a good article. The thing is that in the southern part of North Africa, not near the further north, but even in the further north, you go back further in time. If we know how to read these PCAs, the further you go back in time, the more you'll find populations that's closer to people groups in sub-Saharan Africa, because Homo sapiens developed in earlier times in equatorial zones of Africa. Not even Jebel Sahud would have been, from up there, because you got Flores Bear skull in South Africa. Or if you look at the skull, the craniometrics of the early Skahul cave population that was in Israel 115,000 to 90,000 years ago, the morphology fell in line with population groups in equatorial Africa. But we're talking about, like, when you look at, for example, the Tyrian culture, which would have been classified as ancestral North African. Ancestral North Africans outside of the Zuzana migration that back migrated, or the Zuzana Near Eastern-like signature, would have been close to Hadza-like populations,
right?
Or in Mbuti base, right? If you go further back through the stem at base root of Yoruba, you find things that's close to Mbuti, and in Mbuti, going back further, you'll find Bayaka or Khoisan, which is close to the earlier Central and South African hunter-gathering groups, right? Like, for example, if you get the PCA and you put a Neanderthal DNA up there, the only signatures that we have that represent the oldest population of humans, you'll find Biaka, Pygmy, and Khoisan. And that's what, like, if you put a Neanderthal DNA up there, it'll say Biaka, Pygmy, and Khoisan. Not saying that that's what it is, but this is the oldest population group that we have. So when you look at, like, a Tyrian culture, which is a group of people that descend from East Africans 150,000 years ago, and they went north, they would have been closer to those earlier ancestral groups of East Africa. When you start to find this Hadza-like signature, which is close to Eurasian Adam, or population groups that become non-African population at earliest, you got the early ancestral North Africans, and you got the Emmerich groups in the Levant. They would have been closer to Hadza-like groups that split from CTM168, and this brother group is still found with BM60, or those, hunter-gatherer groups that you find, which is the Hadza-like groups. So to make it all simple, these West African groups are not West Africans, but we're labeling the sub-Saharan. If you go further back in time, earlier people groups, like I'm talking about Epio-Paleolithic, Epipleistocene, there is no other divergence that you have further back in time than humans.
No doubt. Hey, can you Africa teacher got he wanted a source for craniomorphology. I think you and what you call it were talking about that earlier, right? You and Juju. Uh-oh. Hello? Oh, okay. I thought I was gone. Oh, maybe Aunt gone. But yeah, go ahead, Gullah.
When you look at those Skohul cave fossils,
Oh yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Those people did not look like the modern population that you find in Levant. They didn't look like that. They didn't look like the people, the group that you found in Levant. There has been a lot of population turnover. There has been a lot of changes, and we can't even use Assyrian people from ancient North Africa 130,000 years ago and compare them to a population group that lived up there 30,000 years ago, because differences is going to occur. Changes is going to occur. So those
Yeah,
people
that's
that
why
we
that.
see in North Africa today are Africans. Like everybody want to be right, and nobody.
Yeah, my bad, bro. Goes, goes.
Go ahead, go.
No, that's what I'm gonna say. That's why the late stone. I was adding on what he was saying. That's why they say late Stone Age. They call it post-Assyrian. You know what I'm saying? According to Keith McDonald. I mean Kevin McDonald. I ain't want to mess up this bill. He was going in though.
Yeah, his signal going in.
130,000 years ago would have been different than the 50,000 years ago.
You going in and out, Goes.
Is he? All
Yeah.
right, look, we had to crank this back up at
Hey, hold on before you
9:30.
go. Before you
Go
go,
ahead.
Africa teacher said he wanted a source for craniomorphology, right?
Man, listen.
I said you shared that. Did you share something about that earlier today? What?
Man, look, I'm not talking to a person that refuses to say what he really is. I don't play them games. And if you're a black algist, say I'm a black algist. If you scientific literature, you go with the science, say I go with the science. If you mixing and matching the articles and misreading them, say it. I'm not playing with African teacher, man. I'm gonna call him what he is. See, that's the difference between me and a lot of other people. Will call it what it is. I ain't got no choice. So Gozy, we be back on at 9:30, right? I'm not sending nobody nothing because he's the damn scientist. How about that? African teacher is the science. He went to school for 10 years. He's got his doctorate in skull mythology, and he's gonna tell us what it's saying. There you have it.
Hey, I wanted to say this, Uncle, before we go.
Yeah, I gotta take my son. I gotta go. Hurry up.
I just want to say this right quick before we go. The dynastic Egyptians at the time, we're talking about 5,300 years ago, they would have been closer to the Natufians genetically. Libertine Natufians. And when we got to think about where does this Libertine signature diverge from first? See, people want to play games. Like the shit could have developed right there in that portion of Africa. Israel is only 300 miles away from Israel is only 300 miles away from Egypt. Come on, bro. So it's like, where did it develop first, or where did it roll first? That's all I wanted to say.
There's a force field that stops everything. Boop. See, force field. Yo, we out of here, man. Man, appreciate y'all listening, man. We'll be back at 9:30, man. With that, we out.
Body banger from the block, seen it all raw tough. Streets of Baltimore where survival's always rough. Joined the Marines fighting for a life he could save. But back in the hood, he felt like a runaway slave. Started an army, not of guns but of wisdom. I'm a rock squad, truth the anthem, we ain't just a God killer. Bobby Banger on his path for the truth. Empower the people, give them wisdom as the proof. Black power rising, knowledge shines like a light. He's fighting for the future, ready to ignite. Selling drugs on the corner just to put food on plates, but deep in his heart, he knew he had greater fates. From the traps to the lab, he fights ignorance raw, teaching evolution while shaking up the law. The real black atheist is changing the game, waking up minds, never the same. God killer Bobby Banger on his path for the truth, empower the people.
Hey, look, I'm out of here, man. I know what I'm saying about African teacher. I'm saying you don't got the power to critique. You don't got the tools. You don't got the degrees. You can only critique one article against another scientific article. You can't be the one to do it. That's what everybody do in this community. They swear they can critique scientific articles. I'm not going for it. Bring me another article to say what you're saying. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear you bits and pieces thing. I don't want to hear that. I see people do it all the time. They connect different scientific articles together and bring a nigga all the way from West Africa to Egypt based off of different. Man, get out of here with that, man. That's a bunch of crap for me. I'm going to say it. That's why most don't like me, because I'm going to say what y'all really want to say. With that, man, I appreciate y'all listening, man. This is what we doing, man. And guess what, yo? We only drinking water when we up here talking and teaching. We ain't drinking drinks. With that, yo, I'm out, man. I'm your host, man. Thanks for tuning in, man. God Killer in the house. And with that, man, appreciate everybody. Hit that Cash App, man. We out.